We are Group 6, Sam, Hisham, Bishoy, and Gheda. We are to present our project for HRIS for Hotel Paris. Just like this as a start, this like the main hotel like built in 1842, and this was just like historical photo. And now Gheda will start with us.
So, human resources management is really important in any business. And HRM saves employees' data, and this includes date of birth, job title, salary, position, supervisor, training completed. The department is also responsible for the hiring, the training, the development, the benefits, the policies, conflict resolution. So we can say an HRM plays a strategic role in managing people and the workplace culture and environment in general. So the problem, any human resources department would have to switch to an HRIS because the paper-based system has lots of problems. Few of these problems is losing files. Very easy to lose files. Also, the problem of lack of organization. If we misplace a file, it's going to be really hard to find this file. Also, we have the storing files problems. Takes so much space. The storing takes so much place, and also the difficulty in accessing the files. Also, we have the problem of damaged files, and we have the editing and updating problems. So to update a file or information for an employee is going to be really hard. So this is why any human resources department would have to switch to a computerized system. This system has lots of benefits. Some of them avoiding all the above problems that we talked about. Also, reproducing and printing the documents is going to be easy and can be done anytime. And also we'll have accurate reports, and we'll have information analysis anytime we need to. Also, we'll have employee satisfaction, and employee satisfactions mean good performance. So this means also good business or successful business. A computerized system has a little bit of risk, but it also has its solution. Few of these risks are going to be the loss of the data because of a virus or collapsed devices. Also, a power outage is going to be, it may be a problem, but all of this can be taken care of with a cloud or OneDrive or Google Drive backup. Also, such a system is going to be, you can access the data from any location. So this is a good thing, of course. With an HRIS, we have few options. We have the configurable system, the customized one, and the database management system. The configurable one is going to be affordable. The customized is going to be expensive because you will have to bring people to set up a system customized to your needs and your business. The database management system is going to be very low cost. Regarding the configurable one, configurable system is going to be easy to implement. The customized is going to be complicated. The database management system is going to be also easy to implement. The update in the configurable system is going to be free. The customized is going to be really costly. With the GBMS, it's going to be no updates. But as we said, it's very low cost, and with a budget of $5,000, maybe this is the systems that's going to be recommended.
As any system, we have to create it. We have to know what is the goals and the target for this one. For this reason, we are decided right now to see how is the linking between the company strategy and the HR strategies. So the company competitive environment and the company internal strengths and weaknesses go to both together, go to a company strategic situations. So and then the HR department taking the strategy and try to formulate a strategy to achieve the goals for the company. Paris Hotel strategy working to increase the length of stay the hotel customers and also return rate of the guest. And human resources strategy to achieve the company goals. It's performing policies and also behaviors, skills for all the employees who's working in the services in the company. So they are making a performance appraisal, training and development, and recruitment and selections, employee right and display. Selecting human resource information system need to, before to select the system, we have to know and follow some steps before we selecting and lead us how to select the new system. Like the teamwork, we have to create a teamwork who will gonna working on the system and creating this system. So it should be from 3 to 5 members to selecting to put the input to the system, and those people should be the members, should be from the stakeholders and someone from the users and the member from IT. The objectives goals to set the determined and required objectives and the goals for HRIS. Features needs. This system also possibly to develop and updating later on in the futures. The budget. What is the company? How much the company can offer and carry to this to create this system. Searching for the vendor. We will gonna be creating this in the company, I mean interior, or we're gonna looking external for vendors and getting the ready softwares or program for this.
So we will start now with HR information system architecture. And they started at 1970 with something, they name it as a large dinosaur. They like a mainframe computer that's primarily built by International Business Machine, which is IBM. It's large system hosted for payroll application for most of the enterprise. And then they modify it to the two-tier architecture with, this was during the 1980. And this was, there is some modification by they have the application server with database tools, and this is the user which can connect the database on the server. And now we have the tier 3 architecture with the database management system, and they have the application server, and then they have the user, so the user has to connect to the application server, and from the application server connected to the database. And this is the final one, which is any tier, which is the enterprise source, which is we have already the database, and the database was already connected with the application server. And here is a new thing is connected with a web server, which can connect to the internet, which will be more accessible through the internet, like laptop or desktop or whatever you need. So we will be using the database management system because our budget is too tight. So the database management system is software, is main function of the database management system are to create the database, insert, read, update, and delete the database, maintain data. And this will prevent the data from the losing, and we can provide something like recovery, like OneDrive or something like that. And the database electronic allows the organization to manage data. Manage data means identify the data need to create information that is necessarily to make the HR decision. So the database management is useful for define the characteristic of the data, organize the data, restriction the access for the data for the right person, and by this performing this function effectively, the database turns the data into an organization's resource. So here is the thing we need to do. We need to do the database, which is contact the payroll and recruitment. It will be a basic recruitment data, and work profile data, which is a benefit, and performance data. And this is how the user will connect the database. And we will need to create some machine or use some computer, and this will cost us with 4 years warranty is about 1,100 something. And we will use the Office 365 Business Premium, which has Microsoft Access, and this will cost us about 600. So this is how we have the database. This is a sample, which is we add the account number or the user account, and this is a first name and last name for the user. And after that we will add the deductor, his payment date, gross gross pay, and the deductible like local tax and social security. And when we run the tax report, so we can find the gross salary of the person and what the deduction has been already made for his salary, and the net pay. And this is and this is also for the employee data, which is we can add his employee number, first and last name, email address, phone number, and the hiring date. And we will add the birth date on this one. And after that we will add the time for in and out, if she's taken leave or sick, whatever. And this will finally give us a report that has the total month salary for the whole average monthly salary, the number of day work she's already worked, day of work, day of leave, day sick, absent, and how rate the absent from the attendance. And this will have the whole information about the attendance for the whole employee.
As we are in a limited budget, so we try to use as much as we can the free tools and the online tools we can find, so we can like save some expenses and money. So one of the most important tools is the training and development tools, which like available. It's a lot of online website from government. Also will use the performance appraisal, which like will like explain in the next like websites what we can afford. Also like to like save a lot for like, and we don't need to do now for small business, the recruiting of employee, which like can just like put the ads on the government website and just receive the resume for the people who want to apply. And human resource accounting, HRA, one of the main resource, it can help with the account for the HR. And here's the most useful website and most famous website, free, which any small business, especially in our case now, as we just like 40 employees, we can use and apply to save the expenses.
Now we're gonna talking about the metrics and the benchmark Lisa can use it to assess her department. The HR metrics, actually it's a measurement to evaluate the HR performance and compare with another firm in HR. The benchmark is comparing the practice of high performance firm with our firm to know what is a good point they using it to make them better. So these points actually we can say it as a cost per hire to help with the planning and the management workforce costs, and also the absence rate to calculate and indicate the time and attendance system. Revenue per employee tells how much the employee are making the company and benefit and more profit. The benefit and cost offered to keep here is the professional and the talented employee. How help the company increase the profit? Time to fill, to measure the hiring process. turnover cost. How much cost is a company will gonna lose when they're making a separation, vacancies, holidays, hiring, training, cost all this. And also tenure, the length of the time, how long the employee is spent in this company, and know everything, of course, about this company. So satisfactions. If the employee feels satisfactions and more comfortable with the company, that's mean he will gonna be reflect and increase the productivity. Turnover rate, to indicate the underlying issues and also the abilities. Compensation data is annual salary increase bonus for executive, HR expenses to operating expenses ratio. They dedicate to make the hotel one of the top 10 hotels, and also translate into the revenue and profits 50% higher to achieving aim required improving customer service, can take measurable steps to improve certain targets in the HR department. HR metrics 100% employee testing and 80% guest retail in incentive based as a percentage of total salaries sells up 50%, which means it goes directly to the company strategy, should achieve the strategical goal.
As we still like thinking how we can reduce the cost as much as we can. So one of the main and best way like we can use is like PEO, which professional employee organization. This can maintain overall the business of employee, and also is very helpful form too. It will help like for all the sides of the HR, like payroll, salary, wage, administration. Also, it will like maintain and prevent several risks related to HR. PEO also one of the main technology for HR management. It provides training and offline and online training. It help also with the high quality health care. So this one of the main tool we can use. Other ways to reduce the cost in general for the business, for like to try to reduce as much as we can the cycle time, by meaning as much as we reduce the cycle to make the job, like let's say for our case the hotel, for example, check in and check out, to make it like lower than 5 minutes. Of course it will reduce the general cost and bring more customers. The turnover of the employee, because every employee costs a lot of training and like development. So of course when reduce the turnover, it will reduce the cost, and that can happen by providing the training for the current employee, and also by doing the correct recruiting procedure, by doing a prospective interview, so we can be sure we choose the correct one for the correct position. Again, as we still like looking for the free online tools we can use, the main one and most like efficient one is called Stacy Interview. Stay Interview, which like it's like one-to-one interview. So it's help us to choose the correct one. Also, it help us to keep the people which already working, satisfy and check them performance. Training and developing again tools is the same tools, we can still do it online. Performance appraisal tools is like how we can like the employee could do it online by some experts who are having experience for their field. Appraisal for me, if done by some expert, will give like efficient result and proper function for the organization. And here,
so now after our budget is open, so now we can use the enterprise system, which will give us more facilities to for the performance and the recruitment, because we was having an issue with our performance and recruitment, because we was doing the training online, and the recruitment was a basic saying that they send their resume, and this is how it worked for enterprise. So we have a lot of the performance management, human capital management, and time management, manager server, HR help desk, benefit management, payroll, recruitment, which is the one we are missing, miscellaneous feature, and payment plan.
So now, if you have open budget, and also as we become a big organization with like multiple branches and different location, so of course we need to upgrade our system to be like complete HRIS system, and of course it will include all the details of the employee, like qualification, experience, joining date, details of operation period, and of course permanent status. All these things we was missing in the small business because we were just like small group of employee. Also, one of the best to track the employee to use something called SAP code, which should be like the ID for every employee. And we'll upgrade our system to have like internal job posting and job rotation, which usually it's opening first and give like a chance for the current employee to apply before to make like the job outside for everyone. And we'll like have like our training and development system. So we will can now like put in our like HRIS system our training, which like can help more because it will be more specific, more professional, and more educate for the part we need to cover. And 360-degree feedback. Of course, when we become like bigger organization, we need to like collect all the 360-degree feedback from our system. And here at the end, we can see we have the complete final HR system covering everything from like performance, from benefits, from paying role, and from like user feedback. But we still keep our database. So this was the main start. We don't lose it. We just add to it. We would like to thank everyone. Thank you for listening for the presentation. And again, this is our group 6: Bishoy, Anreda, Hisham, and Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you.